Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3, get 6 out of it, but that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, if something got there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Watch it now, Barney!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hogan. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Watch it now, Barney!
The give is to Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We just saw a little... They want... Occasionally they'll play action and throw it, but most of the time, those guys on the field means strength, power, run the ball behind them. And now what a lot of teams are doing is they're taking an extra offensive tackle and putting him in a tight end number to give him even more blocking power. And we just saw it on that play.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain at 21 yards. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Hogan. Flushed out right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Again to Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
To throw on third down. Hogan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
To throw, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. And then is able to come up with the ball.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Go ahead, go ahead. Where's the hot? 300.
Cousins to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Black.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's the backup Simeon. And he's going to go down again.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, Hogan. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Now Hogan is going to go for a big play downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Gun! 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 Gun!
A final shot before break. Simeon. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.